Children, take out page number 91. We are going to continue with the same chapter number 8. Now, Tellson's Bank, Paris. Tellson's Bank was in Paris. Was in the district of Saint Germain. You may underline this also. The offices were in the wing of a very large house that had belonged to a rich nobleman. To get to the offices, you had to pass through the courtyard, through a courtyard which was surrounded by a high wall. So there was a open space surrounded by high wall, and to get to the offices, one had to cross through such a open area. Mr. Lorry sat at a desk and listened to the roar of the mob outside. Mob was the crowd, the blind crowd who were, blind to fight for their rights. Okay, they were in a very wild state. Such a group of people is called mob. He tried not to think what was brewing in the streets. Brewing in the streets was what was happening in the street. Thank heavens that no one I hold dear in this terrible city. This is one who is speaking this, who is thinking this, Mr. Lorry. He says that I thank God that there's no one so dear to me in this terrible city, because he would have really been worried if somebody quite dear to him was caught in such a terrible place. When the doorbell rang, it sent a wave of uneasiness through him. Okay, suddenly the doorbell rings and Mr. Lorry feels uneasy somehow deep within. As the Manet family entered the room with Miss Pross, Lorry almost collapsed at the sight of them. Collapse means he felt unconscious there. What is this? What has brought you here? Because he had given them a safe place to stay, but all of a sudden, in such a terrible circumstances, they had reached to Mr. Lorry's apartment. Lucy ran into his arms. Means she came rushing towards him. Oh, our dear friend Charles is here. In Paris. In Paris? This is Lorry. Lorry could not believe this astonishing news. Astonishing means surprising news. As his friends explained the situation and Charles' mad act of generosity. What was the act of generosity first of all? Helping the bell. Generosity is kindness. Why it is called mad? It is called mad because when Charles knew that the city was in fire, city was in a very chaotic state, and the revolutionaries were against the aristocracy, against the Marquis family, and he was one of them, and his life was mostly in danger. Therefore, showing generosity in such a state was his madness. So, when he heard which prison Tanya was in, he begged the ladies to take the child and retire. Retire means to go back to one of the private rooms in the back. So, where did these people stay? The Manet family stayed. They stayed in one of the private rooms in the back of Tellson's Bank. Clear? There they should remain silent for their own safety. So they should not overreact because people would be after them. This is what Lorry guides them. You can see this picture. Now, alone, the two old friends could now discuss the emergency. Okay, at hand. Emergency and at hand means the situation that was really to be worried of at hand, at present. At that moment, a sharp sound from the courtyard below caught their attention. Caught their attention means they were just having a discussion, and suddenly they heard some sound from the bottom, and it made them attentive. What is that noise? Asked Dr. Manet. Don't look out. Mr. Lorry was unable to prevent Dr. Manet from opening the curtains. In the middle of the courtyard was a large grindstone on a wheel which was used for sharpening knives and axes. Just imagine during those days how the prisoners were slaughtered, So there was a large grindstone. Okay, it was with a wheel, and it was used to sharpen the knives and axes. Two men with long, wild hair and cruel faces were turning it madly. All around, people covered in sweat and blood sharpened their weapons of war. So everyone, all the people in the street, they were sharpening their weapon uh, on that grindstone. What are they doing? What are they going to do? Mr. Lorry hesitated, but he knew he could not hide the truth from his old friend. And who was his old friend over here? Dr. Manette. They are the ones murdering the prisoners. Then they know the way to La Force. Then they refers to these people, okay, who are out to murder the prisoners. Mr. Lorry quickly has realized the doctor's intent. Intent means intention, and tried to discourage him, tried to stop him that you should not. But he knew that now what doctor is going to do. Mr. Lorry could understand that now doctor is thinking something, whatever the thought doctor has was made out by Mr. Lorry, and he tried to stop him that he should not go ahead with this intention. But Dr. Manette, these men, I was a Bastille prisoner for 18 years, my friend, knowing that none of these patriots would touch me except to carry me in triumph, in victory. I will be safe. He wanted, so from these lines, what did we assess? That Dr. Manette wanted to go in that street and be with these people, okay, all those who were in that white state. And according to Dr. Manette, he had stayed for 18 years in the prison. Therefore, he said that he was dead sure that patriots would not even harm him. Are you certain? Are you sure? The doctor was calm in his determination. Calm means quiet in his motive. We have no choice. I must get to Charles. I must get to Charles means I must reach Charles. Whose words are these? This is spoken by Dr. Manette. Mr. Lorry watched from window as the doctor left the room and went into the courtyard to face the crowd. He was braving his way. Braving his way means without fear he was just making his way into the middle. Midst means middle, when 1,000 cheers were heard. 1,000 cheers, they were all applauding for Dr. Manette's entry there. Help the Bastille prisoner. Help the Bastille prisoner's family at La Force. Save the prisoner Evermont. So people started cheering up these words. So Mr. Lorry closed the curtains and rushed to Lucy. He reassured her that her father was safe and he was being helped by the people to find her husband. They passed the night without the news. They passed the night without news means they didn't get any news that night, either good or bad. As a man of business, Mr. Lorry knew that hiding the wife of an immigrant prisoner at Tellson's might put the bank at risk. Right? Therefore, when Dr. Manette did not return by noon, the next day they agreed that she and the others would rent a flat nearby. They would again go to a nearby flat. Because it was, why the reason is mentioned over here, because if according to the law, if anybody gave support to the immigrant prisoner's family, the bank would be at risk, especially the Tellson's bank. So after some searching, Mr. Lorry found them a suitable place in a quiet street not far from the bank. As soon as he helped him settle, providing them with necessary comforts, and with Jerry as a protector. Jerry Cruncher was the protector. He returned to his business. So he engaged Jerry to protect the family. As he was about to close up, Mr. Lorry heard footsteps on the stairs. In a few moments, a harsh-looking man stood in front of him, startling him. Startling him over here means really amazing him. He was surprising him. May I help you? Don't you recognize me? Said the man. Have I seen you somewhere? Perhaps at my cafe? The memory of his hard-faced Jacks came back to him now. Ah, yes. Defarge handed him a message from Dr. Manette which read, Charles is safe, but I cannot leave. Let the messenger see Lucy. Mr. Lorry took Defarge down the steps and out into the courtyard. Two women were waiting, knitting. The old banker thought he recognized one of them. Madame Defarge, surely. Will she be coming with us? Yes, she needs to see the woman she'll be protecting. So Miss Madame Defarge comes as a protector to Miss Manette. They finally arrived at the little home. Lucy was surprised to see Mr. Lorry so soon. Mr. Lorry explained the purpose of their visit. Madame Defarge wishes to see those she will protect. That's what was the words spoken by Lorry. Madame Defarge stopped knitting for a moment and pointed at little Lucy. Is this the child? Lucy went towards Madame Defarge, who had remained cold and distant. Cold and distant means without any expression, okay, and far from them. Can you help us? Your husband is not my business. Only you and your daughter. So this lady was also very rude and straightforward. So she says that your husband is not my business. I'm here just to protect you and your daughter. When they left, Lucy was shaking with fear. Mr. Lorry put an arm around her shoulder. Courage, my dear. So far, all goes well. Till now, everything is going on well, so have courage. Lucy was not especially reassured. I know you're right, Mr. Lorry, but that woman left a cold chill in me. Cold chill in me means the way she spoke to me really made me scared, frightened. There's nothing to worry about, my dear. This is Mr. Lorry speaking, consoling Mrs. Manette. The truth was that the chill of the Defarges lay dark upon him too, and his discomfort was hard to conceal. Conceal means hide. So even Mr. Lorry could feel that cold behavior of Defarges, Madame Defarge and Monsieur Defarge, okay, but he did not show that discomfort, and his discomfort he was not easy. Okay, he didn't feel easy in front of them, and it was quite difficult for him to hide. Many things were kept from Lucy Manette at this time. The first was that 1,100 prisoners had been killed in the violence of the previous 4 days and nights, and the streets around the prisons were flowing with blood. The second was that Charles was in great danger, but was alive thanks to his relation to Dr. Manette. So why Charles was saved? Why Charles' life was not harmed? Because he was related to Dr. Manette. As for Dr. Manette, he had put aside the horrors of his prison, passed and thrown himself into the business of healing. So this was a way, just like as the word doctor, Dr. Manette. Doctors are the caretakers. They take care of the wounded, injured, or sick people. So over here, he had thrown himself into the business of healing. He was healing the people, the minds of the people around. He looked after victims and assassins alike. For him, whether the victim or the murderers, assassins or the murderers, both were alike. Those who had known him before said that he was a new man. So the people who had known him before, they took him as a dejected personality, okay, very cold and depressed one. They saw him that way, but now he was a new man who was helping everyone. Now 1 year and 3 months passed, during which Lucy was never sure when La Guillotine might take her husband's head. She had arranged a little home as if her husband lived there normally or was expected to come home any day. But in her heart she held more despair than hope. Despair means there was sadness in her heart. Now she had hope against hope that her husband would return safe and sound. One day her father returned with some good news. There's a window in the prison high up where Charles may be able to see you between 2 and 4 every day. 2 and 4, 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock every day. There's a time, within this time period you can see Charles. Oh, show me the place, father. From that day on, in sun, rain or snow, Lucy went to one of the spots outside the prison where she believed Charles would be able to see her. At that spot, there was a shop owned by an old woodcutter. He saw her there every day and he often spoke to her. On one particular day, As she waited in the snow that lay thickly all around, a large crowd carrying knives and axes came rolling down the street in the midst of the bloodthirsty mob. Midst means in the middle of that bloodthirsty mob, that the mob, the people, the group of the crowd of people who were ready to kill anyone. Lucy spied Madame Defarge urging them on to attack. So what did she saw? She secretly saw that it was Madame Defarge who was forcing everyone, who was prompting everyone to attack. Then behind them, she saw her father. Lucy, I thought I would find you here. Good news, they're taking Charles to the consistory. They will be looking into his case. There is hope at last. Consistory, to a court. Okay, that Charles would be taken to a court named consistory. They will be looking into the case. So there is a hope at last that he would not be killed or kept in that prison for a longer time. He took her by the shoulder and they walked home with some hope in their hearts for the first time in many months. So this was the situation of the Charles at one hand in the prison, the people, the mob in the public streets, okay, and the recent news which was given by Dr. Manette to Lucy.